Hello dear friends, on Melonfonk channel. In this video we're going to look at the best concepts for the Melon Playground update. And guys, I have some really great news for you. We're running a contest for 5,000 MELS. You heard me, 5,000 MELS. And to get them will be very easy. All you have to do is subscribe to my channel, put a like under the video, and also write a comment under the video while participate, and take your freebies. I also want to say thanks to these guys for commenting on my previous videos, and if you want your comment to be included in my next video, just follow the contest. It's very simple. Well, you didn't have me on your time. Enjoy watching. So dear friends, today I was sent some very interesting concepts for review. And the first concept for today will be the change of the game interface. In this screenshot you can see how the whole interface is basically repainted. Instead of the usual white color, we see just different colored letters and different colored icons. And frankly, it looks much more interesting. That is, in fact, it will have a really positive effect, not only on newcomers, but also on experienced users in general. I think it would be great if it could be edited in the settings somehow. For example, there would be a separate context menu where we can choose the interface style that is like interface themes, just like in your phone, where you can turn your dull workspace in 2 clicks into something interesting and unique, not like other people. I think this is a very interesting idea. Well, write your opinion, of course, in the comments. The next concept is a concept for a portal to the Melon Playground. And overall, this is a very interesting idea, and I would be proud to add it to the game, but I think you'll agree with me. First of all, it's really cool that this concept looks pretty good overall, especially the texture of the portal itself. Also, if you look at the animations, the concept is also very beautiful, which cannot help but please. This portal can act on 2 principles. First, it can teleport you between themes, that is, between a forest and a desert. As to me, this would be much more interesting than just choosing a theme in the settings. But for advanced users, it would be interesting if you only had to switch between themes using the portal. And secondly, it can teleport items from one point on the map to another, meaning you put 2 portals on the map and basically just teleport them between each other. It's a new, unique, interesting, and cool mechanic. It's a cool idea for developers. I think it would realistically be useful for everyone. Secondly, you could come up with a number of different interesting mechanisms with these mechanics. So this concept is interesting not only as a regular item or a switch between themes, but basically a very interesting idea for mechanisms. If we talk about the concept itself as a complete work, I really like the texture of this portal, and will give it 9 points. If we talk about the animations, something is good, something is bad. In general, I think the concept deserves 8 or 9 points, just for the idea that the realization is not bad either, so it would be silly to give less than the 9 points. I'll put 9 points from me, but of course write your opinion in the comments, how you like the idea and whether you would like to see this appear in a future Skillful Playground. Well, let's move on to the next concept. The next concept is a new staff concept, and in principle, staffs now, not so much in the game, in general, developers in one way or another, sometimes add some new unique staffs, and this is a staff of acid. Very nice texture of the staff, and honestly liked it very much, and it looks quite unusual, green, bright, and generally cute. I would not say that it looks bad. That's why I like it, and give it a purely texture 8 points. Idea. In general, it is asked for a long time, and many people suggest this idea of the staff, and I think it's no secret to anyone that the idea in general is quite interesting, and including for me. So for the idea to put probably points 8 can be, because the idea as for the update is very interesting and has been asked for a long time, especially it is interesting for the audience. If we talk about this concept, then in general it is also quite nice, really all looks quite interesting and beautiful. I think that you also like this concept. It is really quite good. The concept I will probably put a total of 8 points. Also an interesting idea. The realization is also quite beautiful. There are no fiddles, no problems. Really good normal concept which can be put 8 points. Write your opinion in the comments, and let's just move on to the next concept. Okay, the next concept is a concept for a Mars map. Oh, how many years we have been waiting for new themes for space. This idea can be developed really endlessly, because the space itself is endless, new planets, some new comets, new pashaks and mysteries. And in general, the concept of a map of Mars and Mars update has long been asked for, because the planet's formally in the game, but the idea is not developed further. It is some red, sandy, strange, and scary planet, which has its own properties, its own gravity, and its own secrets. And that's what the author tried to convey to us through this concept. If we talk about the concept itself, I don't like the textures very much. They are drawn somewhere a bit badly, but the idea itself is quite interesting, and it has been asked for a long time in the game, so I can't say anything bad about the idea, but I don't like the textures very much, and I would like the space sky to be changed somehow, because Mars has its own atmosphere, so the starry sky there looks different from the one on the moon. What do you think about it? Write in the comments. Would you like Mars to appear in the game? I will give this concept 7 points only, because I don't like the textures, and many details were not taken into account, but it's not a bad concept, and let's just move on to the next one. Last but not the worst concept for today. It's a concept for character voicing, and you just listen to how cool it looks. To be honest, what is now in the game, it's really weak. Firstly, the behavior of characters after death or after being wounded, I really do not like this, like they are not alive. I would really like to add something that maybe we were somehow affected. And the voice of the characters is just perfect here. You just look, for example, when falling, they would yell. When wounded, they would somehow react to gunshots. It would be very cool. It would be great that they somehow... and on animations also reacted, but this is already the third story. Again, the developers have been promising us for a long time to rework the animations, rework the ragdoll, but I've been waiting 3 years for the promise, and while we're enjoying the concepts and overall it looks pretty cool, the idea, which I never thought of, is very cool. I'll give it 9 points just for the idea and for the execution, but it really turned out pretty good, funny and interesting. At least I've never seen it before. What do you think about it? Write in the comments whether you like the concept. Be sure to participate in the drawing. Well, and this is my video comes to an end. Thank you all for watching. Good luck to everyone. Goodbye, and remember, buddy, as always, see you the other day.